Okay, for this battle, I've decided to make 2 equal teams of Egyptian spearmen. 10,000. Let's go ahead. Get started. They're going to race against each other. Of course, along ancient times in that era period. Ancient armies would fight with weapons like this. And then technology would advance. Things like from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age, with chariots, with the tanks of their time. Alexander the Great had a great trick in one of his battles to counteract the chariots. Made his troops very well. Basically make a hole. Chariots run into the hole, then close the hole, and then kill the charioteers. Get rid of them, and they're basically advantaged that way. But there are no chariots in this one, just 2 teams of spearmen. The numbers are going down fairly even. One side's a bit faster than the other, I think. But the other side's losing more. So one side's got 200 more players than the other. This rock is forcing no encirclement on this side. So we'll check the other side. It moved away from these rocks, and there's encirclement trying to be occurred on this side. It's going to be a slow process with the spears. See how they're using the spears. They are thrusting the spears, using the shields as cover, because it's the same. They're all wearing sort of the same uniform. That can be an issue. In history, of course, that was always a problem. History is littered with troops wearing similar or just loads of colours and confusing just the battlefield. A classic is the American Civil War, where I think it's the Battle of Manassas. Is it Manassas? The first battle outside of Washington, where the colours were so many. One side saw the other side and didn't realise it was the other side because of the uniforms, and the battle was lost. So very quickly the blue and the grey was adopted, regardless anyway, to stop that. But I mean, there's so many other battles as well in history and wars that were fought where uniforms were needed. In ancient times, a lot of the opposing side would have different uniforms anyway, from helmets and shields and weapons even used. Some were standard, maybe like a spear, but they could be different lengths. Swords might be a different shape. Shields, of course, different patterns and markings, as well as shapes and so on. So this flank is trying to be circled on this side. The sides are now almost even in numbers, so it is a fair evens battle. This battle is just fighting upwards because no outflanking, but it will be outflanked on this side eventually. They're going to move away from this rock, so it will curl around to try and outflank, which is happening right now. So it's thinning on these edges. The centre is holding and fighting. It looks like this has more troops, this team, compared to these ones. They're just really wedged in there. And the numbers show that they're relatively even. This side is almost encompass one side. They're having to take reinforcements. The numbers again are just one side has got just over 100. So it's still quite an evens battle. So they're really outflanking on this side. Let's see what's happening on the other flank. It's like the other side's doing the opposite, outflanking the first team. Or the other team, if you can't tell which side is which. The numbers are holding 100 more on one side, so still relatively even. Both sides are encircling each other, which is going to form a new line if it carries on that way. These troops have got so many that they're just reinforcing both sides. This new line, same on this side. So the new line is going to form 90-degree angle if it carries on, instead of being lengthways as it is now. One other line, but we'll have to see. Trying to, as you can see, outflank here. And this side is trying to outflank on this side. So it's going to join up soon. And now reinforcements are attacking on both sides from the centre, forming one big mass again. Down to the last 1500 or so, the actual deaths are slowing down. Speeding up again, but we're coming down to the last few hundred shortly. It looks like Team 1's in the lead. Unless Team 2 can, pull out the hat and destroy them, then move on with reinforcements, then they've got no hope. They're at least 100 to 200 behind. And the deaths are slowing, and it's becoming night time because this battle has taken so long. So they're fighting to dusk at the moment. Reinforcements on this side, and the line, as I said, is actually created a new shape rather than going straight across. It's formed a zigzag pattern, and as we head into night time, the last 800 each, it's now almost even. The numbers are almost even to the last 10 to 40. Still anybody's game. It is now night time. They're trying to encircle on that side and this side. Have to see which side wins. Still 500 plus to go. It's a little bit hard to see in the dark. This whole central mass is now shifted to a small block across, with each side trying to outflank and reinforce each end. And if you've noticed, the numbers are going down slowly now. It's the last few hundred, because there's not much room to maneuver. So it's a battle of attrition and relatively slow attrition as compared to at the beginning. The numbers are, one side has about 30 ahead of the other. Team 2 looks like they're losing, but we'll see if they can pull it out the hat. About 25 behind now, the leading side. Leading side's got about 22 more players. So it's still even as it's going into the end. So it might come down to those just last few troops. If Team 2 can't pull it out there and somehow manage to recover and defeat. That's why I'm not calling it, because it is relatively close. Even though they got 30 more. 20 more. 28 more. 30 more. 32 more. I think on the numbers on the totals. So they've got 25 more now, so it's waning up and down. But they've only got 30 troops left to take out another 68. So it does look like Side 2's going to lose. Those few more troops just can't do any more damage. They're about to lose. So a very good evens battle. And the last one is now dead. And that's the nighttime pattern it's made. Thanks for watching.